because there'll be some people that maybe see this afterwards. In fact, Martha on the team, my mother, reminded us yesterday that this was not going to have much entertainment value, as she so lovingly did. But we are making an attempt here to introduce you to members of our team. We have a lot of fun here at the office. This is just one of the many fun things that we do. And producer Sue, my Aunt Sue, are you mic'd up? Can we hear you, Mike? Sue?
Yes.
Mike?
Mike is mic'd. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yep. So I think everybody else can too. But Sue, you did a great job getting this ready. Thank you for doing that. And we're gonna do whatever the heck we want to do on this live stream. But we're just gonna start off with, I think, every week. Sue, can we handle that? Every week doing a Meet the Team episode until the whole team is out there and introduced.
Absolutely. Meet the team, anyone walking down the street, whatever.
Jamie Gonzalez. Jamie Gonzalez is on. I saw she just commented. Thanks for joining, Jamie. Sue, do you want to tell the funny story about Jamie Gonzalez and Janie?
Oh, yeah. So, what is the story? That might be even funnier trying to rack my memory.
Okay, so you weren't working for us then, but you were working in the office, and we were talking about Jamie Gonzalez, our client, and we have a dog. My mother's dog, Janie, is she runs around the office all the time, and you thought that was our nickname.
Oh, that's true. That is true. I did.
Because it's like, like the Taco Bell, it's a Chihuahua, so like Taco Bell, dog is a Chihuahua.
That's
So
a cute name
anyways, it is. So Pat Duggan, let's bring him out. Pat's newest member of the team.
The applause again. I love it.
Hey, Sue, why are they laughing and applauding? Is there a reason why they're laughing?
Reeling from your last story.
You think I'm a joke?
There's no jokes.
That's funny. Pat, thanks for being the guinea pig. We did a little tester video yesterday and sent it out for people to watch, and we made idiots of ourselves and did a little dance to Sue's beats. Sue prepared a list of 24 questions, which you can't even see it, which you aren't going to get through. It probably would have been a good idea for me to read through these before 2 minutes out from the broadcast.
Yeah.
You do not need to ask him.
You're ill prepared.
Now, Pat has a very interesting background. Pat, tell us where you're from.
Yeah, so I grew up in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. I went to Cumberland Valley High School. As you know, and some other people may know, I did wrestle, and I had a pretty good wrestling career in high school. Ended up going to West Virginia and a number of colleges, and finished my career at Shippensburg. So, I didn't graduate too long ago. Graduated in 2019 of last year, and now I'm here, and I'm happy to be on the team.
Yeah, and while I would love to just talk wrestling with you here for the next
sure,
whatever 10-15 minutes, we might bore the heck out of the audience who don't care. But I think it just needs to be said that Pat wrestled at a very high level. Big Ten championships were this past weekend. The greatest collegiate conference there is for wrestling. And Pat, you had your hands you had your hands on, and you had your hands raised over many of the competitors in that tournament, did you not?
Yeah, so I wrestled a lot of them. We used to be competitors, sometimes even friends on the same team with some of these guys that were winning Big Ten championships, winning national championships. It was really cool to grow up alongside of these guys and watch them compete, watch them really do really well and succeed in the sport. And some of them are, wrestling way past college as well, and they're doing the international level, which is awesome. But wrestling these guys, elementary school, middle school, high school, it's so cool to watch them develop and see what they're doing now too.
Can you tell the audience who would win in a wrestling match between me and you right now?
Right now.
Right now.
Well, they don't know that I had surgery not too long ago on my
Well,
knee.
we didn't have to fill in that detail.
Even putting that factor in, yeah, putting that factor in, I think I might get the edge. I don't know.
Yeah,
though.
you're
What do
probably
you think,
right.
Ansu?
I think you could whoop his butt.
Yeah, probably. So Pat joined us. I don't know what the date was, but he joined us on a Monday, and then Tuesday night he calls me. He's like, I tore my, I think I did something to my knee. Like I can't come in. Like, so he had a tough. Marie DeZormo. Hey Marie, thanks for joining us. Looks like Kathy Wambach is joining us as well. But she wants to know, did you see that pop up, Pat? It said, yeah, he can wrestle, but can he
Yeah.
dance?
She wants to know if I can dance.
Hey Marie, check your email.
I think I got some rhythm.
Check your email, Marie. You saw it yesterday when Pat was showing his moves on the intro video. So, yeah. But anyways, you had a slow start here. Kelly's joining us too.
Yeah, it wasn't a good start. It wasn't what I wanted, but that's what happens when you're coaching and then your younger brother's on the team and you have to wrestle him, and he's the one that ended up injuring me.
Yeah, so Pat is a volunteer coach, right, at Boiling Springs? Or you?
Yep.
They pay you?
Mm-hmm.
They should pay you, man.
No,
you wrestled at Iowa for a little bit, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing it so much for the money. I just want to help my brother, and he's got state this Friday, so he's ready to go. Hi, John.
Sue, you keep putting this these things over my face.
It goes there automatically.
You can move it.
I know, but there's some down at the bottom too.
Just put it right over Nathan's face.
No, stop it. So John and Kathy, they know that we do the we do a live series on our I Love Eastern York page. If you're in or around or just curious about the Eastern York area, you can check out the Facebook group I Love Eastern York. And we're just putting Sue's producer skills to work here and having some fun with the team. And so we'd like you to get to know Pat. I think the learning about Pat, learning about Sue, learning about anybody else here on the team is going to probably come with time as we continue to do these. So we look forward to doing this. Pat, I don't know if you have some ideas of what we can do after Meet the Team series, but we could bring on some lenders. We just had Cheryl Ross with First American Home Warranty Company. She could come on and talk about home warranties for those out there who don't know what they are, how they can be used. That might be useful info. But anyways, let's keep discovering about Pat. So should I go to these list of questions here, Pat?
Yes, indeed.
You can ask those. You can ask other ones. Whatever you want to do.
Your family,
whatever
man.
You want to know about
your
me.
family first. Tell us about your family first. You're a family guy.
Yeah, so I have 2 younger brothers, an older sister, an older half brother. Like I said, the one I'm coaching right now at Boiling Springs, he's a sophomore. My other brother, that's Francis. Well, my youngest is Michael, the one that's wrestling. Francis is out of Iowa State. He's a heavyweight out there for wrestling. My sister, that's the one I live with right now. That's Bridget. Her birthday's coming up in June. She'll be 27. And then my older brother, Keith, he just turned 30 in February. And, we're all close. I'm really close with my parents as well. We're a pretty tight-knit family, so.
Yeah, that's awesome. And turning to the questions here, I'm going to take one that I think I may know the answer. Well, maybe I don't know the answer to. What's your favorite way to spend a day off? I don't know how I'd answer that.
Well, yeah, big thing for me is I like to exercise. So if I can go on a run, if I can work out, if I can spend it at a wrestling tournament on the wrestling mat, that's somewhere I really like. Hey there, okay. I'm an executive administrative assistant.
Yeah,
to answer
good
Wendy's
question. We should have started with that. I don't think we said, Wendy.
Like Q&A from the audience.
Yeah, this is good Q&A. Thanks, Wendy. Wendy Landis is a loan officer, a very good one. We work with Wendy a lot. She takes great care of our clients, and she asked a question that was very obvious, so obvious that I overlooked it. But Pat joined us. Actually, he joined us to kick my butt, I think, pretty much. I have a coach that took the liberty to interview Pat and another candidate, and she kind of told me, like, if you let Pat manage you, like, he's gonna take you places. So Pat, the position as he filled it was called an executive administrative assistant. If anybody's kind of familiar with either an administrative assistant, executive assistant usually serves the executive, or the person, like an individual person. Of course, while we might be able to make a job exclusively that, yeah, he is a good sport. He does carry on some like administrative duties that serve the team as well. But yeah, Pat is in a leadership admin role, I think is the best way to put it. But good question. All right, Pat. So let me scan over this list. You asked me not to ask about a spouse of yours. And since Marie DeZormo asked about your dance moves, I like this question. I don't know. I hope you came prepared with these answers. What song always gets you out on the dance floor?
If I had to pick one song,
Macarena.
the Rubber Band Man by the Spinners.
Rubber Band Man. Unfortunately, we do pay for music. We do pay for music, but we don't have any rights to those, I don't think. So that'd be cool if we did. So
yeah, that's a good song.
He's old school.
It is old school. I was like thinking in terms of like something new, but yeah.
I like Chris Brown. Chris Brown would be good.
Oh, that's kind of spicy to say that, isn't it?
I really plugged him for a YMCA. I plugged him for a YMCA guy.
Wasn't there a commercial? Wasn't there a commercial with the Rubber Band Man? What was that? That song? Does anybody remember what I'm talking about? If you're listening and you know what I'm talking about, yeah. Well, Pat's like 10 years younger than me, so that doesn't help. All right. Let's talk about some other questions that we have on here. I just want to look through here, and I asked you this question on in our interview when I interviewed Pat, at least something similar to it. Who do you admire most in the world and why? You gave me like 2 or 3. You remember that?
Yeah, there's a lot of people. Obviously right off the bat, I got to say my dad. I think he's taught me a lot. I look up to him in a lot of ways. That's an obvious one for me. If I had to pick an athlete, actually just a person in general, I would pick a guy named Rocky Bleier. And a lot of people, maybe you've heard of him, maybe you haven't. He was the fullback for the Steelers when they won 4 consecutive Super Bowls. And his story, if you read about it, it's really, really cool. It's admirable. It's awesome. This guy, he was over in war. His legs were blown up. He had shrapnel all up in him. The doctor said he wasn't even able to walk ever again. And then he proved them wrong. He actually, was fullback for the Steelers, won Super Bowls. And, it's really cool how he overcame that. And I looked up to him as a kid, as an athlete, just as a person.
Is there a movie?
I don't think so. But another one, I guess, Rudy. That'd be cool.
Yeah, Rudy.
He's a good one. I actually met him in person, the real one.
Is that right?
Yeah, when I was younger, my dad and I went to he was giving a talk, and my dad and I got some tickets, and we went and talked to him and everything. It was cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Not to bore everybody with you know a lot of famous people, at least in my eyes. You showed me pictures with Nolf yesterday and hanging out with Vincenzo Joseph and wrestling camps and stuff. Terry Brands. We tried to get Terry Brands in the green room to jump on for anybody who knows who that is, but he couldn't jump on.
He was a little busy today.
He was. Hey Sue, where are we at on time?
Whatever you.
I
You're
said, hey
18
Sue.
minutes in. You're 18 minutes in. I mean.
Okay, 18 minutes. So, what do you think, Pat? You want to keep talking, or you want to bail out here?
It's up to you,
I'll
man.
say one more question.
Yeah, shoot.
Make it a juicy one.
Juicy.
Yeah,
Do
give
you
me
have
a
one
good
in
one.
mind, Sue? Sue, if you have one in mind, just say. And by the way, if my mic cut out, is because when I said, "Hey Sue," it thought I was saying, "Hey Siri," so my head did it again. All right, I'll stop saying that. Sue,
Yeah,
if
I
you have a
heard that.
question, just go ahead and ask it.
You have the list.
All right, let me look it through.
I see him smiling.
I see smoke.
Juicy. I don't know about juicy. Crickets. All right. I don't know. I like this question. It's fun. What would be the first thing you'd do if you won the lottery?
First thing I do. Well, there's a lot of things I would do. If I had to pick a first one,
Yeah, just
probably
first
pay off
thing.
my debt. I mean,
yeah, that's a good one.
Pay off my debt. That might seem a little, boring and everything, but I do that. Then I would do a lot of things with the money, but I'd pay off my debt first.
That was actually a trick question. We're kind of interviewing. He's still in his like probation period. We're seeing like how he would handle the money first to move on. But Dave Ramsey
I would
be very
invest it
proud
in
of
the
you.
team. Yeah.
Yes, that's what you would do. Perfect. All right. Well, let's cut it out. Sue, is there anything else we want to add? I think I should have done this at the beginning, but I should do a quick segment on like what's going on in the market. Is that appropriate for the show?
Sure.
All right. So if anybody's wondering what's going on in the market, and if Wendy, you're still listening, you want to tell us like what's going on with the mortgage rates and such, Sue can get you a link. We could get you on camera. You could just pop her up in the middle there, right here, in like in a circle. She wants to jump on. But many people, I know it's opposite. You got to do opposite of what you think.
I know.
So the real estate industry, this real estate residential market has been a wild one ever since we got back to work, even during COVID last year. What we saw were, lots of competition driving prices up. That's pretty hot back in June, July. It started to kind of taper off a little bit. And I was telling my clients, those who persevere are going to prevail. And, I said that to buyers who were writing great offers and getting rejected. Well, that seemed to be working for a while, but just over the past month or so, we've been seeing the competition get even more fierce. And I think where that comes from is the month's worth of inventory just continues to deplete. We aren't seeing the listings come on as heavily as we'd like to match the rate of consumption. So the rate of consumption is outpacing the new listings coming on. So when they come on, if you're looking at a house that's been on the market for, just a couple of days, and you aren't in the best position as a buyer, don't get emotionally tied to it. And it may be best. I mean, we could have a chat if you want to talk about your individual situation, but cash is king right now. If you have cash, that's how you get competitive in this market. And we're seeing buyers pay more than asking price and guaranteeing more than asking price by having a willingness to make up a difference if the appraisal gets cut. So I may have been talking too much shop. Pat's new at this enough to tell me if I'm using lingo and jargon that doesn't make sense. Did you follow me, Pat?
For the most part.
All right. And that's Marie actually says buy a house from Nathan. That's what you should do with the money from your lottery winnings. Sorry, our last listing just sold. Wendy Landis jumped in. She said rates have gone up. So we did see them like, how low did they go, Wendy? Like 2 3/8% on a 30-year. She said rates have gone up. I remember Wendy sent me a message like, I said, what are rates right now? And she's like, they just went up. They're like 2.75. I'm like, well, that's not bad. So rates have gone up, she says, from a month ago, but still very good compared to historical rates. Wendy, I don't know if you remember, when I got in the business in 2009, it was 5%, and we were using that line. These are historic lows. So anyways. Sue, you want to play us out? Pat, do you have anything before she does?
Buy a house from Nathan. You know the guy to go to. The Nathan Krotzer Team.
And we got a great team here. Kelly, you'll get to meet her. Many of you may know her. Pat and Sue do a great job supporting us administratively, as does my mother, who's more part-time now. But thank you for those who have watched, who are watching live. Thanks for those who contributed and said you were here. And next week, who do we have? Sue, are you doing next week?
Yeah, me.
Pat, you wanna jump on and grill her with me?
Yeah, sure. Sounds fun. I'll give her some good questions.
So stick around and catch some good photos here. I dug up a Facebook stalker here, Pat's Facebook page. Just stick around here at the end so you can...
I forgot about this part.
All right.
You guys can hop off now.
Thanks for watching.
Show them your moves now.
Here's wow. That's still hot mic.
Huh?